Hey everybody, it's Dan from the Outdoor Trade Show Network. It is Sunday night. It's time for We Care You Matter. And tonight we are going to talk about We Care You Matter because a lot has gone on. I wasn't on last Sunday. I had a lot. I didn't know if I wanted to share or not. And Peter Dries and Mr. Peter Dries, how are you tonight? Hey Dan. Hey Peter. We need to get with you. It's a new year. Put your website on here, Pete. We have a lot to talk about. I know you have a great year coming ahead of you. You're going to hit the catfishing guys big time. So, Peter, please put your website up on here. Let everybody know where they can find it. Pete, you and I got to do this. I can send you the link. You can talk about what you got going on for 2021. So, Peter, hopefully you enjoyed tonight. I'm going to go down a couple of roads. Pete, stick around because you might want to chime in a little on what's coming tonight. I want to talk about this. We are a firearms and ammunition manufacturing company. So that is what we do here. And we are also in the knife making business. So we are going to make our own line of firearms. We have ammunition. If you know the machines run, they run a little bit in the morning. I'm short on primers. We have gun control right now. Gun control is in place. You cannot buy primers and components to build your weapons. It's hard to get components, and you cannot get. We can't get primers. Nobody can get primers right now to manufacture ammunition. And the only ones, everybody says, there's ammo. Ammo, where is it? Number one. Number two, Federal. Remington, CCI, and Winchester make the primers. They're the only ones making ammunition right now. Nobody's got primers. We're trying to get primers from overseas. There's people trying to get primers from all over. So there is gun control in place right now. You are living in the beginning, or you are living in what you might consider the start of gun control because you can't get the components. Firearms don't do you any good if you don't have any ammunition. But what I wanted to talk tonight about is a lot's gone on. A lot went down on Tuesday, Wednesday. A friend of mine was in Washington. I didn't come on last week because I'm about to go down a road that I did not want to go down, but I feel that I almost have to go down. And I want to go down this in a very responsible and respectful way. First thing I want to talk about are the StandDown rounds. We are manufacturing. And if you go to a company called Avert Industries, so avertindustries.com, and you can find StandDown rounds. You can also buy StandDown rounds from us here. You can get a hold of me, and you can buy StandDown rounds. And let me do this here. I'm going to switch over. And what I'd like to do is to be able to, let me do this. There we go. So what I want to be able to do is show you this. This is a 12 gauge shell that shoots out a projectile that's a little squishy and you're very accurate up to 30 yards. It travels at 550 feet a second. And what it does, it limits the liability, and it's to make a combative person or someone, you want to get yourself out of a bad situation. This is a 12 gauge round that is a solution to a bad situation. And what went down at the Capitol, if the police department and the people, and a lot of things went bad that day. A lot of people did things they shouldn't have done. A lot of things went in directions that they shouldn't have gone, but things happen. And that's just the way it is. And now you have to move on, and you have to come up with solutions, or you have to come up with ways to make sure that it doesn't happen again. And these StandDown rounds are a way to make that happen. Let me do this right here. There we go. So this is a 12 gauge projectile, okay? And it shoots out two nice silicone rubber balls. And you're very accurate to 30 yards, and it hurts really bad. Now, the poor lady that was killed, if the police officer would have been using StandDown rounds, she just would have got hurt real bad. She'd had a real bad bruise, but she'd have left there going, man, whatever he shot me with really hurt. A lot of things that went down at the Capitol could have gone in a different direction if the police department was using stand-down rounds, because it makes someone that's not compliant quite quickly. These hurt. These really hurt. And they make a bad situation, and hopefully there are a alternative to some bad things that go down. And now what I'm hearing with the inauguration and all of that, please, people, no violence. There are so many other ways to handle situations. There's so many other ways that all of this can be dealt with. If we all get together, we all talk about this, we all work together, and we come up with solutions that we all work together toward. Not just talk about it, but actually put the effort forward and do them. But when you are in a bad spot, you are in a bad situation, these stand-down rounds, you're not going to kill somebody with these. It's going to really hurt. And I'd like to tell you, we're making a lot of them here. I'm getting them to Doyle. He's getting them out to, but it's a new product. And that's something else. It's education. We're trying to get out to as many police departments and as many law enforcement as we can with this new product. And Doyle is pretty well dialed into the system. So he's getting it out there and getting around. But if they would have had these stand-down rounds, that woman would be alive. I know for a fact that woman would be alive today. She'd have a real bad bruise right now, and it would hurt really bad. And some other things, I can't say, when you're not there and you're actually not part of what's happening, you really can't talk about what's going on. But I can tell you this. We have these stand-down rounds. They probably came on the market in August or September of this year. So it is a new product. I'm trying to make 300 a day. So I'm making 300 rounds a day, getting them to Doyle. He's getting them out. The police departments that have them really like them. And I just wanted to share that with everybody that these stand-down rounds are a alternative, is a option, is another way of handling bad situations, is to use these stand-down rounds, which we're making right here in the shop. This is part of a product that we make here. I feel bad about what happened. Now, I had a friend that was there, and he'll be here on Tuesday. We'll talk about, I'll learn more about what went on in Washington. But so many people, there was so many things that went, so many people did things that they shouldn't have done. And sometimes, we all make mistakes, and sometimes things go in directions that they shouldn't have. And I guess that I guess I'm going to share my here. I guess I'm going to go down the road that I didn't want to go down here, which is this: is that we created a TV network. We own a TV network that we've kind of put on the shelf, and because it costs too much money to own your own TV network that's uncensored and that you can put the content. We wanted to sell firearms on TV. That was the whole intention of creating the Outdoor Trade Show Network, and we didn't have the funds available to keep the network actually active on the different platforms. We were on Amazon. We were on all the platforms. We were on all the streaming platforms, but it's pricey to do that. But what I wanted to say is this: it's there. If we get the funding, we can get this back up and running. And I think what we're going to have to do, and we saw censorship happening 3 years ago when we got terminated on YouTube, and that's why we started the TV network, is because we could see the censoring that was coming when we lost our YouTube channel. And there was a certain group of people that decided what content that you should see, or what was acceptable that people should see and what wasn't acceptable. And that's a slippery slope that now, with censoring the President of the United States on the different social, that is so wrong in so many ways, that's not what this country is about. This country is about free speech, and he needs to make an apology. He did some things wrong there. You cannot get people riled up. You can talk to people. You can try to do things nicely. He made some mistakes there, but you don't censor. You still want to be able, even people that you don't like, people that you don't agree with, I want to know what they're saying, and I want to know what they're thinking. And I'm always looking at the different options out there. And this censorship thing is a bad road to go down. It's just a bad road. And that's why we started the Outdoor Trade Show Network. And that's why I think that the Outdoor Trade Show Network now is more important than ever, because it doesn't stop. Once you start down that road of censorship and deciding what's right and what's wrong, and you decide that all of a sudden now you're the emperor, you're the decision maker, that always goes bad. History will tell you. Look at history. History will tell you that's a bad direction. That's a slippery slope that you don't want to start. You don't want to go down. And that's why we started the Outdoor Trade Show Network. And I think now it's more important than anything of having that network that we can talk about and not be censored. And we can, I want to be able to sit down with people and talk to them about how they feel things should be and where they see things are at. And then I can talk to them of where I'm at as far as how I want to see the future and how I see things today in the direction I would like to see things go. And I think the Outdoor Trade Show Network can make a big comeback if all new censorship. Dave, your part, we didn't talk this week, and it's another week. I've had so much going on, Dave. And hey, Jose. Hi, Joe. Hey, Joe Salinas. Hey, Dave. Dave, I got to get you on here with me. Dave, you're a big part of what I want to do here with all this stuff. And another week went by. We didn't talk. Post your website, deepbossfirearms.com. But Dave, I guess I'm going to go down the road that I didn't want to go down, which is, I guess we're going to talk some politics here. And we have to do that. We literally now, and with the Outdoor Trade Show, we have to talk politics, because we have people now that are deciding what everybody should see, and they have their agendas. I don't have an agenda. I have the agenda of that I want this to be a strong country. The United States of America is the greatest country in the world. And I always believe that. I will never sway from that. But I also will try my hardest every day to improve myself and to improve my surroundings. And that's, I guess, the road that I want to go down here is I want to explain, Dave. Dave, and the StandDown rounds. So we get you, I don't know if you talk with me, talk with Doyle, get you some StandDown rounds. I don't know if you got any on the shelves up there, StandDown rounds. That's another option that's out there that we need to be talking about more. But I guess the road that I want to go down, I would like to share. I didn't want to go down this road. I guess I'm going to go down this road. Is that I want to share my feelings as to where I see things are at right now. And I want to express to people that I'm a Donald Trump fan, and I always will be. And I thought the guy did a great job. I have family members. I have a lot of people around me that can't stand the guy. They hate the guy. And, when I ask, they just hate him. But what I wanted to share with everybody is this. My feelings on Donald Trump is this, and why I voted for him is that I always had the feeling with Donald Trump is that he was a guy that had your back. That if you were in trouble, Donald Trump is an egotistic maniac, and he is a narcissist of the highest magnitude and all of that stuff. But we all know those guys that are like that. But when it comes down to the time where you need somebody, that he's going to take a stand where he's going to say, I'm going to help that guy. I'm going to help him because I can, because I'm Donald Trump, and I can help that guy. I can help Dan Butcher because I'm the king of the hill, and I got his back, and I'm going to help him. And he always had this country first. Everybody that this is how I see it. Other countries were afraid of Donald Trump because Donald Trump had the United States of America's best interest first. And that's how I always looked at that guy. He loved this country, and he had this country was number one to him. And the better that the country did, the better Donald Trump did. And that's why, people that like Donald Trump, from my perspective. Now, on the other side of this is when I ask the people that hate Donald Trump what you like about Joe Biden, nobody has an answer. The only answer they have is that they hate Donald Trump. Well, that's not an answer, okay? And my feeling on Joe Biden is Joe Biden he could care less about me. I mean, Joe Biden is going to run and hide in the corner. Joe Biden will never have your back. Joe Biden barely knows. He's told what to say. He barely can get through the day of doing what he's told to do. That's my feeling. That's where I feel. And the people that are tied up with that whole system, in the Democratic Party, there's good people everywhere. But what they have going on right now is the only thing they care about is what's good for their best interest, for whatever they have going on that helps them. That's it. They don't care. I swear, I'll swear on a stack of Bibles, they will sell me out, they will sell you out, they will sell everybody else out to line their pockets and to take care of themselves. And that's sad to say, but that's how I feel. And I always looked at Donald Trump as that. And I want to ask this question. Answer this to me, please. Who's afraid of Joe Biden? Name one, please, somebody tell me anybody in the world that's afraid. There's not one single person that is afraid of Joe Biden. They're afraid of Donald Trump because they don't know, they can't control him, and they don't know what he's going to do next, and they know he has this country's best interest at heart. And so I gave my 2 cents worth. I said what I had to say. That's how I feel. And I also feel it's very important that what we're doing as far as manufacturing firearms and ammunition is a very important part of helping this country. And I also ask everybody, if you have any thoughts of violence, if you have any thoughts of tearing things up or doing things that you know are not right, don't do them. Don't do them. Let's find a way that we can work as a group and start working together to try to turn things, or at least here's how I see it. What's always happened is the working guy or the guy that's out there hustling, trying to make his life better, trying to make his family's life better, is too darn busy taking care of business in his family to spend a lot of time manipulating around in what's going on with politics. Well, guess what, everybody? That's going to have to change, because the freaks and the weirdos have taken over, and the freaks and the weirdos have nothing else to do but try to figure out how to get whatever it is that they got on their agenda across to everybody. And it's about, things have gotten bad. That's how I see it. Things are not good. And the hardworking, honest people in this country, and I don't care who you are, if you try to better your community, you try to better yourself, and you try to better everybody around you, you're part of my community. You're part of the community that I want to be part of, okay? And I don't care who, what, or it doesn't matter to me. I look at the person. I don't look at a lot of other things. I look at who you are. And that's what I wanted to get across, is that violence and doing what went on the other day does not solve anything. It really makes you look bad. And whatever you're trying to do, you just took 20 steps back. You didn't do anything. But as a group, and with having the Outdoor Trade Show Network, that's why we started the Outdoor Trade Show Network. We started that so that we could talk about firearms, and we could talk about things that the freaks and the weirdos don't want. That's not part of their program, and that's not what they want the masses to know about or see about. And that's why we started the Outdoor Trade Show Network. So I guess I went down that road. We have absolutely slammed bare shelves. And Dave, that's great. Things have been great for you guys. I went down that road. I didn't want to go down that road. But I feel as a guy that, I'm down here in this shop every day. You ask anybody in town. I'm down here all day, every day. I'm making stand-down rounds. We're making ammo. We're making firearms. We're making knives. We got this all figured out, everybody. So we're going to be making our own knives. We got a lot of stuff today. This weekend I got a lot of stuff worked out, and I got some local people here now. So we're going to be making the knives right here in Wisconsin. So there's a lot going on. Here's a little template we did. So we've got a lot of really good things going on. I'm too busy trying to take care of my family and trying to take care of my business to stick my nose into politics or how bad people that are supposedly running this country are screwing us up. So now I went down that road and I didn't want to go down that road. So with that, I'm going to say goodnight. I'm going to say thank you. Join me next week. We got a lot of good stuff going on here. Dave Dorsey. You and I need to send you a link. We need to talk on Sunday night about We Care You Matter and what you got going on at the Boss Firearms and everybody else. I got the Ox Firearms guys close to me. I got Pete Dries. I need to get Pete Dries on here big time. Joe Salinas, you're probably one of the best torch guys that there literally is in the United States right now, and I can say that from watching Joe work that he's one heck of a torch man. So with that, I want to say thank you. Join me next week. Help me, and I guess I got it out there. So with that, I guess I'm going to say thank you and good night, everybody.